I talk about functions, just the definition from my previous video. And wetin be the advantage of function? For your code, you no need to write function. If you write your code like that from A to Z, but e no go make sense because functions enable us to just group our code according to certain tags. If this tags na to get the age of a user from date of birth, if this function na to save certain user data, if this function na to sign user up, if function na to log in user, if this function na to display user profile, we just group am together. But function no be must. If you just write your code like that, like just write am from beginning to the end, no function. But even you, if you wan read am next time, you go need forget to read am. And if you wan use that same logic for another place, you go need to dey rewrite that function. Now, function get different parts. You get the keyword wey you go use to create the function, you get the name wey you go name the function, you get the parameter, you get the function body, you get the return statement. Now this parameter, when you create a function, parameter na through parameter you go pass the data wey the function body go manipulate, or the function the real programming go happen. If you no pass in parameter, e dey possible to still do your manipulation. In fact, if you get other variables you define outside that function, you fit call those variables within the function body. But if you dey call that function for another file, the only way wey you go fit pass data na to use that parameter. Now if you create a function, for example, maybe the function na to dey add two number, you name am add two number, you give am parameter of number 1, number 2. Number 1 and number 2, most times you go write number 1 comma number 2 to separate the parameters. Now that number 1, number 2 na dey call parameter, and inside the function body na you go come begin dey use that parameters to do the calculation wey you want, or the programming wey you want. Now if you wan call that function, some go still na invoke or fire the function. You go pass your parameter, the value wey you want. If you wan call function, you no go need to pass that number 1, number 2 wey you wan make e hard. You go need to pass the real values. For example, if na 1 million and 1 million wan make e hard, you go come pass 1 million comma 1 comma 2 million, whichever number you wan make e hard. That 1 million and number 2 million na dey call argument. When you pass three values, they dey call am argument. But when you just dey create the function, they dey call am parameter.